Thanks for watching the Daily Debate Live Wednesday with Taghreed Hussein here on Nile TV International. Tonight we'll be talking about the tourism sector and also the soft power potential in Egypt. No doubt a country with strong global influence like Egypt is more effective in attracting tourists and garnering investments, exporting products and getting its targets in foreign policy. Such geopolitics can be conducted not only through the hard power but also the balance happens when soft power is also there to support through effective and symbolic means. That is soft power. And here comes the correlation between soft power and cultural tourism. Cultural tourism uses heritage and events such as festivals, such as conferences, such as exhibits and the world forums as well to create those tourism products. And so we can say that tourism is a very significant channel of soft power. Many hidden secrets of the Egyptian civilization that of course never ends. That's why the Egyptian authorities are paying a great attention to developing the tourism sector, and in correlation with the soft power of the country, both can lead to the targets. Well, in tonight's episode, I'm really very much honored to have with us Mr. Waleed Battoty, who is the former advisor to the Minister of Tourism and a very renowned tour guide and Egyptologist. And together we'll be reading the scene and knowing more while we are actually celebrating Egypt as a destination that is full of tourist attractions, dazzling all the visitors to this great and beloved country. Mr. Battoty, thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And as always, we are going to talk more about the treasures of Egypt, and through your eyes, and also the special memories with the think tanks and with Egypt's visitors that really leave an impact and great memorable effect even before going back home. We'll talk about that. And as we here on Nile TV International celebrate also, and as well as the country, the 100th anniversary of the discovery of King Tut's tomb. Let's watch this report and we'll be back.
And distinguished year, as it marks the 100th anniversary of the discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb that was discovered in 1922, more than 3,000 years after his death. It's 100 years since archaeologist Howard Carter first peeked through a dusty hole and gazed into the clandestine chamber, whispering the words, "Wonderful things," at the golden chariots, the paintings, and the iconic gilded coffin he found inside. Treasures of the golden pharaoh were placed around his royal tomb and lay in darkness for thousands of years in the Valley of the Kings until they were discovered 100 years ago. The hoard of 150 items thought to help him in his final resting place and on his journey into the afterlife tell the story of the legendary Golden King. King Tutankhamun's final destination will be in Cairo's new Grand Egyptian Museum, where all objects excavated from King Tut's tomb will remain in a permanent collection. The Grand Egyptian Museum, known as the Gem, is highly anticipated by the whole world, as it will be the largest museum to feature one civilization, ancient Egypt. Worth noting that as part of the celebration of the anniversary of this monumental discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb, over 150 objects found in the pharaoh's tomb were on a world tour, starting with 6 months in London from November 2019 and finishing at their new home, the Grand Egyptian Museum in Giza.
Well, King Tut, the Golden Pharaoh, never stops to dazzle the whole world. Egypt is celebrating the centenary of the discovery of the tomb of King Tut. And, well, this is actually a memory that is golden as the king himself. And definitely you've been asked throughout your journey more about the boy king, who has special magic about him, King Tut.
The discovery happened on the 4th of November 1922. So the 4th of November 2022 would be 100 year, which most probably this would be a good date for the opening of GEM, the Grand Egyptian Museum, which is now the whole world is waiting for.
Yeah.
And as you said, and was watching this beautiful film, how did they do it? King Tut, I mean, if you look at the objects today, with all the modern technology, we cannot come nearby.
Yeah. Intact.
Look at the jewelry. With all my respect to the finest jeweler in the world today, the jewelry of King Tut, when you look at it with a concentration and closed eyes, it is a piece of art. It is so beautiful. They call him the boy king as the golden pharaoh, sorry, or the golden king, because everything was found was gold. Imagine, and this, he ruled when he was 9 and died when he was 19. Imagine other pharaohs who was much bigger than him, or they ruled for a longer time, if their tomb was found intact. That's one.
Yeah.
Two is, imagine if we would have found Ramesses II, Ramesses III, Amenhotep III, you know, any of those big pharaohs, that they're Seti I, they're two, his tomb is 25 times the size of King Tut, or maybe more. So it's our turn now, and let's just stop for a moment and think of when COVID happened.
Yeah.
The parameters of tourism around the world went down to zero everywhere. France was zero, Spain was zero, all the big countries.
Yes.
Italy, everybody. We all went to zero. And then those who did the measurements and everything started to gain some more tourism. Believe it or not, we started to be ahead of lots of other big countries that they're used to know by big numbers.
Yes.
But now we're having in Egypt real tourism. Not someone is crossing the borders going to work, or someone, you know, there are some places in Europe that they cross the border to go to the supermarket and come back. So they count those as tourism. Now over here we're counting on real tourism, that people has been coming to Egypt. Now, what was the story? What happened? People came to Egypt, they had a great time, they went back home, and nothing. Everything was fine. They didn't get sick, nothing. So they went back home, and they started to promote Egypt themselves.
Yes.
As you said, a post on Facebook or Instagram could really do a big help to Egypt. As people, they come back, and sincerely from their heart, they write, and then they say, bear in mind, you spoke at the very beginning about the soft power of Egypt.
Yeah.
One young lady, Nadine Abdel Ghaffar, is an Egyptian woman. Amazing. She managed to, she believed in an idea. And I remember many years ago when she told me, I want to light the Egyptian Museum. I said, this woman is dreaming. How can we do this? This is a lot of money. It's not going to happen. She managed to do an event in the Egyptian Museum, and she didn't make any money. All the money that came to the Egyptian Museum for lighting the Egyptian Museum. Thank God she did it. She managed. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody around her didn't really believe it was going to happen. Now Egypt, through the Art d'Egypte, now it's in the world map of events got to do with contemporary art. And the last one, I happened that I worked on during that one with her.
Yeah, Nile TV covered this great event and had great impressions also from the ambassadors, from intellectuals, and from many people from all over the world who had attended.
And celebrities.
That, and celebrities, of course, that beauty in Egypt. And it was an unprecedented event, actually. It never happened before.
I was there. I saw the Nile TV International. They did an interview with some of the celebrities, such as Pharrell Williams and JR. Would anybody...
This is how we market our country, you know. This is, it's actually a great tool soft power and exhibits and forums and great conferences like the COP27, the upcoming COP27. All those great events definitely contribute to market Egypt and brand our country globally.
The Youth Forum.
Yes.
One of the biggest hotels in the country called me and they said, listen, we have a very, very, very high-profile client is coming and we want you to be with her. And she's a reporter in one of the biggest magazines in the world. So I said, okay, and I went and I met the lady and we went on the tour. I have to tell you something. She said, I'm very impressed from the moment I boarded the plane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From the moment I boarded the plane, I want to take the hat off for Egypt Air. I think this is our national carrier. So what they do on the videos that they play on the plane, people coming, she saw the Sphinx parade, she saw
the
lots
Rams
of...
Road. Mm-hmm.
This is beautiful, the way they played on the plane. And then she came, she attended the forum in Sharm el-Sheikh, and then she said, personally, I was very impressed with your president, the way he talks. He convinced me that I would like to have a man like this as my president. As an Egyptian, I was so proud to hear this, because that was her words, not mine at all. Yeah. She was saying this. And then the minute she said that she found that I'm also positive about my president, my country.
You can see here excerpts, of course, of the forum and this positive vibes, you know, that the forum creates. This sense of pride, you know, to find that youth from all over the world are coming to our country, our charming Sharm, in order to enjoy this sense of beauty, not only of the place, but also the beauty of the minds of the youth. And with our president, of course, listening to them, taking notes. And this is the best way of branding Egypt globally.
The best way of branding Egypt globally, the best way of having...
marketing the country.
And marketing the country. And now we speak their language. Now we speak the language. And now everybody is working with everyone.
Yeah.
I remember that one of the comments, this lady, she says, can you imagine, she was talking to me, she says, can you imagine, I saw Professor Zahi Hawass. So I smiled. And she says, why are you smiling? You don't like him? I said, no, I love the guy. I want to hear what you want to say, because I'll say to him, I will call him for you and make you speak to him. She couldn't believe it. She says, no, I saw this guy from a distance, and all what I can see, this is one of the most 100 influential people in the world, happens to be an Egyptian. And when I dialed Dr. Zahi, God bless him, and he spoke to her on the phone, she, you know, like I gave her the $2 million, $3 million gift. I mean, she was so happy that she was talking to him.
It was a golden opportunity to talk over the phone with the iconic Zahi Hawass. And look at his tours, you know, all over the world, and look at the bookings of the different international lectures when he goes to the States or to different countries all over the world, and also the renowned prizes in his name, definitely. One of our Egyptian icons, Dr. Hawass, that we are really proud of. And I had all the honor of interviewing Dr. Hawass more than once here on Nile TV International. Always, what is really interesting about his interviews, that you can explore more than one side. And he's always having good news also for me.
And he always has stories.
Good news and stories for
and good vibes.
And good vibes and good memories.
Good vibes, good memories. Always everything about.
And there is something new. There is always something new.
And by the way, I'm not in a position to say anything, but he has some very good news to the world and to Egypt soon.
Yes. So we'll be calling Dr. Hawass to know more about the great news that he has for Egypt, and to know more secrets. Hopefully he will be able to unveil some of those secrets to Nile TV. We'll see about that. Let us talk about gem, Waleed. Gem is considered to be, in its name, it's quite a significance, you know. Gem is a gem, is Egypt's gem to the world. you know, the real gem.
It's Egypt gift to the world. It's Egypt gift to the world, to be honest with you. This will be the world's largest museum that has Egyptian artifacts under one roof.
Yes.
I don't know what to say because I've been inside, I've seen it and the way it's done, and it is just a state of the art. For everything is the best of the best. And we're just waiting for the right moment for the inauguration, and we should have a big celebration because the whole world wants to come. Everybody is asking about Jim. Everybody wants to go to, and they say, is that the one you opened? Now, actually, the people are mistaking between the Civilization Museum and the Grand Egyptian Museum. And when we did the parade of the golden mummies, that made people think, okay, this is Jim, I'm going to Egypt. It has boosted the number of people that want to come to Egypt.
Yeah.
Immediately they came, okay, and then, of course, they go to Jim, they go to the Museum of Civilization, which is also very impressive. Okay,
yes,
and then when the people, they see even those who came before, and then they'll say, what is this? Where's the roads? I have a client, he kept saying, I think we're in the wrong road, as he came from the airport. It's been here before. And actually he was looking for the tunnel in Salah Salim's road.
Yeah.
He was looking for this one. So he couldn't believe. I said, no, we covered that in 3 months, and look at the, and I showed it to him going back to the airport for flying domestic. So people are now, even the tourists, are noticing they developed that it's happening in Egypt, and the fast thing that is happening.
The fast-paced development. Definitely, we'll be back talking in particular about GEM. And GEM is very much dear to Egypt and dear to the Egyptian leadership. This project of the century that is taking all attention until it is going to be inaugurated hopefully very soon, where we are going to find dignitaries and celebrities from all over the world attending. Nile TV International is very much proud to shoot a documentary on GEM, Dream is Loading, and that project was also the project of the century for us here on Nile TV, because it took lots and lots of hard work. And thank God, Nile TV reaped the fruit with more than one international prize at the Arab American Film Festival, the prize of the best documentary film, and more than one prize also from Morocco, from Palestine, and more. I'm really happy and glad to share and announce this news, and we'll be talking with Mr. Battoty about GEM and what are we expecting to see when we enter GEM. And also he might have many answers to international visitors from all over the world about the GEM, the Grand Egyptian Museum, which is a source of pride for Egypt as a whole. Let's watch. So every day in Egypt there is always good news, and every day in Egypt there are news that really pop up and are quite amazing, and followed by visitors to Egypt and also by audiences all over the world. It was announced that another procession is being prepared for the transfer of the golden mask of King Tut and the mummy's golden sarcophagus to GEM, to the Grand Egyptian Museum. This is actually a unique event that is measuring up to the Pharaoh's Golden Parade. And Mr. Battoty, the whole world now, when they know that there is a parade, upcoming parade in Egypt, so all eyes are full of attention.
This is going to be something, and I want to take you back to, first of all, I want to compliment whoever chose The Dream is Loading. I love it. It's beautiful. Now, the mask, let me just take you back. Maybe you were not born, but 1976, King Tut went to the United States, complete collection. And at that time, there is an American singer, Steve Martin, made a song, King Tut, born in Arizona, moved to Babylona, had a condo made of stone. And people used to queue 6 hours. Now, this is the dream of every tourist that comes to Egypt, because when he was a little kid, he queued 6 hours to see the Mask of King Tut. In Chicago, in New York, in Washington, in California. They show him back in 1976, in 1976. Imagine today there are maybe a grandparents and they're coming with their children to show it to them here in Egypt. And now everybody knows he's going to be leaving the Cairo Egyptian Museum in a very big parade, going all the way to Jim.
Yes.
That's going to be something. I have to tell you, we should all start working on it, marketing, because every roof of a building that the parade will come by, this could be sold to TV stations.
Yes.
You know, to air.
Definitely.
It's a very big event.
And look also at the different ambassadors who are going to be attending. I mean, even tourists are going to be also ambassadors for their country and narrating this story when, and also through the social media, of course.
This, if you allow me to say, my last group, my last American group from the United States, among the group I have this gentleman called Joseph, who is a Navy officer.
Yeah.
And he was really having a good time, but I did not know that he was enjoying Egypt to that extent till he went back home and he wrote an unbelievable, he wrote a post as he was leaving the country, and he says, as I'm leaving the sands of Egypt.
Yeah.
People should read this post. It's coming from the heart of North America. And he says, the Egyptians are no different than us. We're looking for peace. We're looking for a way of practicing
Harmony.
our religion in peace, and we respect each other. When I took this group of 12 Americans and we went to the censored church,
Yeah.
so as I came in, I took my hat, and they noticed that I did it really out of respect. I'm a Jewish Christian practicing Islam, and Judaism is part of my religion, Christianity is part of my religion, and I practice Islam. And Egypt is the best example in the whole world in tolerance.
Country of all religions.
And tolerance.
And tolerance, of course.
And how can we accommodate Judaism, Christianity, and Islam within less than 500 meters from each other? And as an Egyptian Muslim who stands and speaks with pride of my Christianity, the Christianity and the Virgin Mary, peace be upon her, when she came to Egypt, okay, in the Bible, Matthew 2:13, arise, take the child and flee and go to Egypt.
Yes.
Didn't say go to Rome.
Go to Egypt for being safe.
For being
secure.
safe. So they didn't say go to the Vatican. And then going back to Joseph and Teresa and Meg and all the members, I don't want to leave the names, all the people that wrote positive posts about Egypt, know how much we make money to pay advertising companies. We will not get better than this promotion. Our target is clients like those come to Egypt and they really have a good time, and they go back and they speak to their friends and families and members and neighbors and people like this. That is the best promotion for this country, is that we make an announcement that next year the best 100 posts will be written about Egypt. People will be granted another trip to Egypt free of charge. So this you will encourage lots of people also to write positive things. Okay?
Yes.
And the people, they wrote these things as they left the country. And I did not ask them, I was enjoying myself with them so much. And I must say, I've been doing this for 31 years, but I enjoyed myself with this group immensely. I usually say, ladies and gentlemen, this is the best tour group I ever had. I always say this, but I don't always mean it as a joke. Yeah. But this time I truly meant it from my heart. They were the best ever. They loved Egypt, they respected Egypt, they wanted to know about Egypt, they wanted to learn about Egypt, and they said, we love Egypt. And they went back home. All the business is gone now, but they wrote very positive feedback about Egypt. They express that. Their posts among their friends and everything is going to send them all to come to Egypt. And that's all what we want. I'm telling the whole world through Nile TV International, which has always been a big support for tourism, this year is going to be a rock.
Yes,
Yes.
Very, very distinctive year for Egypt, and from the best team with Mr. Battoty, best team ever to our best player ever, Mo Salah. Egypt's achievements are definitely in all fields, and this was made clear when last Sunday Egypt led to AFCON 2022 semi-finals after the 2-1 win against Morocco. When two of Egypt's top players, Mohamed Salah and Mahmoud Trezeguet, led Egypt into the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON semi-finals with the 2 goals against the Moroccan national team. As we have King Tut, we do have also another pharaoh. We have a golden pharaoh, a golden player. We have Mo Salah. And Mo Salah is actually contributing a lot to brand Egypt globally. Look at the reception of Mo.
You have
Liverpool.
thousands and thousands of people
of
willingly
fans, yeah.
in Liverpool. They
Yes.
they made a song about him. They call him the Egyptian King.
Yes.
I mean, with all my
So
respect,
from King Tut, from the golden king to
And-
the golden player.
and some people took his half face picture, and they put it with the mask of King Tut.
Yeah.
And they call him the Egyptian King, and they made a song for him, the Egyptian King running down the wing. Thousands of people are singing and saying Egypt. Egypt's name has been now mentioned in positive things. Look at Mo Salah when he smiles. This guy has the best smile probably on earth. I mean, people, they keep saying we should give him the golden shoe and the golden this, that. I think they should give him a prize for the golden smile, for a true smile, very polite. And if you look at his background, and he made a lot of kids in England, by the way, when they play soccer and they score, they bend down and say thank God. They go down on the ground and they say thank God, imitating Mo Salah. Mo Salah is a figure worldwide, not just in Egypt. Mo Salah is watched in Pakistan, in Japan, in Germany, in the United States. People from the US, you know, soccer, football, in the States they call it soccer. And it's not that popular yet as much as it is over here. I mean, tomorrow you can rob a bank
Of course.
during the game.
Tomorrow is a big day, big day.
And I was
with Cameroon.
I'm very optimistic. I don't know why, but I'm very optimistic, and I think we've got to clinch. We're going to make it. We're going to make
hopefully.
it.
Let's watch this break, and with Mo Salah and the Egyptian king running down the wing and always impressing audiences and captivating hearts all over the globe. Let's watch. Yes, our golden king running down the wing, and very inspiring. Mo is very inspiring to audiences, to even viewers, to everybody, not only soccer players.
Mo should do an episode with Nile TV International at the Pyramids and at the Egyptian Museum, and I'm the guide.
I wish one day.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Mo doesn't spare any effort to promote Egypt.
Yes.
And the guy has a heart from gold, diamond. He's a nice guy. God bless him.
He loves the country. He's very patriotic, of course.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. God bless him. God bless today. I think, you know, I've been coming a lot to the Nile TV International, but I think this is one of the best episodes ever I did here.
Thank you so much. I
it is
really
so,
loved
the studio is
vibes.
full of positive energy, and the music today and the videos that you played, it is just wonderful. Let's hope our country make it, inshallah, tomorrow. It's a little thing, you know, football makes the millions and millions of Egyptians are happy, and you should see them when they jump and cheer and all of this. So hopefully, inshallah, we'll make it. I'm very optimistic. We wish all our players, if any of them is watching or anybody passes to them, here's to, we're saying good luck. Inshallah, you will make it. Sports has winner and has losers, and if not, we did a great job. I mean, so far we did very good, but still, I'm very greedy and I want to go further.
course,
And we ask
and-
more. Inshallah, we'll come back with the trophy. Egypt this year is the year.
Yes, it is the year, and we hope that we're going to be clinching the title AFCON 2022. Egyptians deserve all the best. We are sparing no effort to raise the flag of Egypt high. Bless our team, bless our inspiring Mo. I thank you so much, Mr. Waleed Battoty, for coming to Nile TV studios live tonight and the Daily Debate Wednesdays. While we highlighted more concerning branding Egypt's globally, the tourism sector, and also more humane memories, and all the best for the Egyptian team. Thank you so much, Mr. Battoty.
Thank you.
And I thank you, dear viewers, for joining us. That was Wednesday Debate Live with Taghreed Hussein. Tomorrow, another team. Until then.